Trying to find a Rolex at an authorized dealer these days is like trying to get a compliment from a cat. Rare, unexpected, and a bit of a mystery. Yep, it's 2024 and the great Rolex chase is still on. Most people throw their hands up and blame it on skyrocketing demand, but that's just scratching the surface. Whenever this topic pops up, be it at a laid-back brunch or during a lazy Sunday chat, it unfolds like a detective story where everyone's a suspect. From tight-lipped production policies to strategic scarcity, peeling back the layers reveals a plot thicker than a detective novel. It's not just about snagging a luxury watch, it's like trying to solve a whodunit that keeps us all guessing. So why is snagging a Rolex at an authorized dealer as elusive as a quiet day on the internet? We're rolling up our sleeves to tackle this puzzle in our latest video here at Opulent Oasis. We're diving into Rolex's strategic maneuvers, the undercurrents of market dynamics, and even the broader economic landscape that frames this luxury watch drought. Haven't subscribed to our channel yet? Here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. Think of it as your backstage pass to the high-stakes world of luxury watches, where the secrets are as intricate as the timepieces we discuss. No decoder ring needed, just a simple click. Number 1. Strategic scarcity. Let's dive into Rolex's relationship status with scarcity. It's complicated. While every high-end brand has its drama, Rolex consistently takes center stage with favorites like the Submariner and Daytona, often going MIA. The rumor mill works harder than a season finale cliffhanger. Is Rolex playing keep away on purpose, or are retailers the culprits, hoarding luxury like squirrels with nuts? And then, there's always that buzz about production taking a pandemic pause. Checking the time has never felt more like tuning into a mystery thriller. Number 2. High demand versus limited supply. Next up, Rolex's side of the story. They claim these shortages are because their watches are just too lovable. Trying to buy one feels like trying to catch smoke with your hands. Pointless, but you can't help but try. As we all queue up dreams and bank accounts at the ready, the plot thickens. What's really happening behind those guarded counters? Is this actual scarcity or just an expert level of market tease? Either way, snagging a Rolex is more gripping than most blockbuster plots. Number 3. Dealer-managed waitlists. But let me fill you in on a little secret about those infamous waitlists at Rolex authorized dealers. Rolex isn't the puppet master here. That's all dealer drama. Thanks to Rolex's knack for market research and a rather choosy approach to distribution, you might find some dealers are buzzing like a premiere at Cannes, while others are as lively as a library on a Monday morning. It's like each dealer rolls the dice on whether there'll be a hotspot or a not spot. And let's just say, not everyone hits the jackpot. Before we proceed, why not join the Opulent Oasis family? Subscribe to stay ahead with our expert insights. Now let's dive back into the discussion. Now let's not overlook Rolex's master plan of playing hard to get. They're all about crafting each watch with the meticulousness of a cat plotting to steal your favorite chair. Slow and deliberate. By keeping their production numbers a secret club, Rolex isn't just making watches, they're crafting myths. They partner with only a handful of dealers to keep the retail experience as polished as their cases, ensuring the price tag doesn't wander off. Sure, this strategy makes snagging a Rolex feel like a treasure hunt, but when you finally strap one on, it's as thrilling as finding buried gold. Number 4. Market and retail manipulation. If you end up on the waitlist for the Rolex Starbucks, with its eye-catching green bezel that screams caffeine fix, don't think you've snagged an all-access pass. At authorized dealers, the line isn't a first-come, first-served affair. It's more of a highest bidder wins game. Typically, it's the grey market aficionados who lead the pack, flipping Rolexes quicker than a barista can say, next order. Number 5. Pandemic-induced disruptions. Then there's the grander scheme of things. The pandemic didn't just mess with our daily lives, it turned luxury watches into the new gold rush. As the world wobbled, more folks saw investing in a Rolex not just as a luxury, but as a savvy financial move. This led to a stampede for Rolexes, clashing head-on with a snarled supply chain, making these watches as scarce as a quiet coffee shop on Monday morning. On the secondary market, things are as heated as a double espresso at dawn, with prices skyrocketing and resellers making a killing from the high demand for these elusive timepieces. Number 6. Questionable dealer practices. Rolex may not be blasting it over loudspeakers, but it's no secret that some of their authorized dealers have a bit of a wild side, often mingling a little too cozily with the grey market crowd. It's like an unspoken rule, but instead of being hush-hush, It's more wink-wink. This isn't just random gossip, there are actual tales of dealers who've been caught red-handed and had to face the music. For those in the know in the watch community, phrases like string purchases or tying arrangements might ring a bell. It's the dealer's sly method of measuring your desperation for that shiny stainless steel submariner. You might find yourself on a wait list that stretches into the next ice age, or if you're feeling flush and fancy splurging on a few extra baubles, they might miraculously bump you up the queue. There are a couple of angles to this. On one hand, maybe Rolex is just keeping it simple and sticking to limited runs of their watches. On the other hand, they could be playing 4D chess with our FOMO, fear of missing out, making their hottest models seem as rare as an honest politician. It's a slick move. Crank up the scarcity, get the crowd jittery about missing out, and watch as everyone trips over themselves to grab these elusive timepieces. This not only keeps the cash registers ringing, but ensures a Rolex on your wrist is still the ultimate flex. You know, trying to snag a stainless steel Rolex at an authorized dealer can feel like trying to buy concert tickets for a band that only reunites once every decade. Tough, but oh so thrilling when you score. These watches are the stars of the show, mainly because they don't break the bank like their flashy gold relatives. It's no surprise they disappear faster than a magician's rabbit. Number 7. Maintained production consistency despite high demand. Switching gears, this whole situation might just be a classic case of supply and demand. You can picture some dealers reclining in their chairs, nonchalantly noting that Rolex sticks to its production numbers like a favorite old playlist, unchanged year after year. Meanwhile, the demand for these watches has exploded, spreading quicker than a catchy hashtag. But Rolex? They haven't even flinched. They're not about to start pumping out watches just because the hype has dialed up. Keeping their production on a steady beat while the world clamors for more. That's Rolex, cool as a cucumber in a trend storm. Rolex aficionados adore the brand for more than its swanky reputation. It's all about the meticulous craftsmanship, sleek design, and bulletproof quality. Each watch is painstakingly handcrafted and rigorously tested, sort of like Rolex's version of a boot camp for watches, to ensure it can take a licking and keep on ticking with utmost precision. The creation of these watches isn't a sprint. It's a marathon with no shortcuts taken. That's why the production of crowd pleasers like the Submariner and GMT Master 2 is kept deliberately low. Rolex is all about keeping things exclusive, much like a VIP list at a hot new club. Lately, scoring a Rolex has become tougher than snagging front-row concert tickets for a megastar. Their scarcity has only added to their mystique, driving prices up in the secondary market like a bidding war at an art auction. When retail doors close, desperate buyers turn to the secondary market, diving into a frenzied chase. The thrill of the hunt has turned collectors and enthusiasts into something akin to luxury watch archaeologists, each discovery as exhilarating as unearthing a rare artifact. As long as the allure of certain Rolex models remains off the charts, it looks like the shortage saga is set to continue. Buyers are getting creative, sometimes snagging less coveted models just to curry favor with authorized dealers. Clearly, Rolex is playing it cool, keeping production numbers as elusive as a secret recipe and staying pretty mum on the topic, navigating the high seas of demand with a captain's resolve. Navigating the Rolex shortage is like untangling a mystery novel with too many plot twists. At the core of the intrigue are Rolex's tight reins on supply and their choosy distribution strategies, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Throw in some macroeconomic curveballs and a bustling secondary market, and you've got yourself a full-blown thriller. Why is snagging a Rolex at an authorized dealer in 2024 as challenging as a crossword puzzle on a Sunday morning? It's not just a straightforward tale of supply and demand. There's a whole chess game being played in the shadows, involving grey market maneuvers, strategic buying, and the quirks of regional distribution. As long as these players keep making moves, those wait lists aren't shrinking anytime soon. Catching a Rolex might seem as plausible as grabbing a cloud. Fascinating but kinda tricky. Yet there's a slick workaround that doesn't involve emptying your wallet at the mere sight of a brand new Rolex, the pre-owned market. Buying a pre-owned Rolex is currently the hottest hack for watch enthusiasts. It's like finding a hidden gem in a treasure chest, but without having to sail the 7 seas. By partnering with a reputable dealer known for pre-owned pieces, you can nab that dream watch at a not-so-nightmarish price. What's your take on this Rolex revelation? If If this video managed to tickle your fancy or wind up your gears, why not let us know with a comment and a thumbs up? Don't forget to hit that follow button for more glossy tidbits. Here at Opulent Oasis, we're always gearing up to dive deeper into the world of watches with you in our upcoming episodes.